I worked 60-hour weeks for 3 years thinking I was crushing it. I stayed late, I hit every KPI, and I waited for that promotion. I used to think working harder was the answer, so I did everything right. 60-hour weeks, late nights, early mornings. I hit every KPI, delivered every deadline, never complained. And in my head, I thought, I'm crushing this. So tell me this, if you do everything right, you should get promoted, right? That's what I thought too. But then something happened. The promotion came up. I was ready, confident, waiting for the email. And then they gave it to someone else. Someone who worked less, left early, didn't grind like me. And that's when it hit me. I wasn't losing because I wasn't working hard enough. I was losing because I didn't even know the rules. Because there's a job you think you're doing. And then there's the game that's actually being played. And once I figured out those hidden rules, everything changed. My role, my leverage, my paycheck. So today, I'm giving you the manual I wish I had earlier. These are the rules your boss hopes you never figure out. Rule 1, HR is a shield. Let's start here. Most people think HR is there to help you, support you, protect you. But think about it. Who pays HR? The company. Not you. HR is not your shoulder to cry on. It's a shield for the company, meaning anything you say can be used to manage you. So instead of going to HR with feelings, go with facts, dates, receipts, emails. You're not complaining. You're documenting. Because the next rule explains why working harder might actually be hurting you. Rule 2, efficiency is punished. You finish a task early. Your reward? More work. Congratulations. You just unlocked bonus responsibilities. But did your salary change? No. Efficiency doesn't get rewarded. It gets exploited. The faster you move, the more they load you up. So what do? You pace your output. If something takes 2 hours, but the deadline is tomorrow, don't rush it in 30 minutes. Use that time to learn, think, position yourself. Because your goal isn't to finish faster. It's to move forward. And speaking of things they don't want you to see, Rule 3, salary secrets. Your salary is private, confidential. Don't discuss it. But why? Because transparency creates problems. If you knew your coworker made more for the same job, what would you do? You'd negotiate. And that's exactly what they want to avoid. Start researching market rates, industry pay, your real value. Because if you don't know your number, they'll decide it for you. Now let's talk about the phrase. That sounds positive, but is actually a warning sign. Rule 4, we are a family. You hear it during onboarding. We're like a family here. And it sounds nice until you realize what it really means. In a family, what's expected? Sacrifice, extra effort, no questions. But in a business, you're an asset, and assets are measured by value. So treat it like a business, not an emotional relationship. Respect the culture, but protect your boundaries. Now here's one that changes how you see meetings forever. Rule 5, decisions are made before the meeting. You walk into a meeting, prepared, ready to speak. But have you ever noticed your idea doesn't land because the decision was already made before the meeting even started? The meeting isn't for decisions. It's for confirmation. So what do? Talk to people before the meeting. Align opinions early. Build support quietly. Because if the decision is made before the meeting, where should you actually be investing your time? Quick pause. If this is hitting a little too close to home, drop a fire in the comments. I want to see how many people are starting to notice the game. And if you want more real, unfiltered career strategies, hit subscribe. Because most people are still playing blind. Because in the next part, we're going deeper. We're talking about why loyalty can cost you money, why quiet workers get cut first, and the one rule that flips your entire mindset. So now you're starting to see it. This isn't just a job. It's a system. And if you don't understand the system, what happens? You get used by it. because the next few rules are the ones that cost people years of their life without them even realizing it. Rule 6, loyalty is a one-way street. You stay late. You cover shifts. You go above and beyond. Thinking, they'll remember this. But when budgets get cut, what happens? They don't remember. They restructure because loyalty doesn't show up on a balance sheet. Companies optimize for profit, not feelings. So shift your mindset. Be professional. Be valuable, but never be dependent. Be loyal to your goals, not your job. Now here's one that surprises a lot of people. Rule 7. The quiet worker gets cut first. You keep your head down. Do your work. Avoid drama. Sounds safe, right? It's actually risky. Because if nobody sees you, nobody remembers you. And when decisions get made, they cut what they don't notice. You don't need to be loud, but you need to be visible. Share updates. Speak in meetings. Make your work known. Visibility protects you. Because if your work is invisible, does it even exist? Rule 8, networking skill. You can be the most skilled person in the room. But if nobody knows you, what happens? You stay where you are. Because opportunities don't go to the best worker. They go to the most trusted one. Skills get you hired. Relationships get you promoted. Start building connections. Not fake, not forced, just intentional. Sometimes one coffee chat is worth more than 10 extra hours of work. Now this next one changes how you see authority. Rule 9, your boss's boss is your real boss. You report to your manager. But who decides your future? Their boss, because they influence promotions, raises, opportunities. Make sure they know your name, your work, your value. Visibility upward creates opportunity. Rule 10, vacation is a test. You take time off. What happens while you're gone? Everything breaks, or everything runs smoothly. Both are risky. If everything breaks, you look disorganized. If everything runs perfectly, they might realize they don't need you. So the goal? Balance. Rule 11, complaining kills careers. Even when you're right, how do people see you? As a problem, not a solution. Don't just point out issues. Bring solutions. Problem solvers rise. Problem reporters stall. Rule 12, the 80-20 politics rule. 20% do the work. But who gets the credit? Not always the 20%. Because visibility beats effort. Perception drives reality. Rule 13, performance reviews are history. You think reviews decide your future. But what if the decision was already made months ago? Reviews just justify it. So don't wait for reviews. Position yourself before them. Rule 14, potential performance. Companies don't pay you for what you did. They pay you for what? What they think you can do. That's your leverage. Start signaling growth, not just results. Rule 15, you are a business. You're not just an employee. What are you really? A business of one. You're selling your time, your skills, your value. And once you see it that way, everything changes. When I understood these rules, I stopped being a workhorse. I started being strategic. I stopped chasing approval. I started creating leverage. So now let me ask you, are you playing the job or the game? If you've seen any of these rules play out in your workplace, drop it in the comments. Let's expose the system. And if you're ready to stop being overlooked and start moving smart, hit subscribe. Because this game is not what it looks like.